I'm Ernest Werbel of Werbel Microwave, and this is a micro series about important characteristics of power dividers and splitters. Today we're going to talk about isolation. What is isolation when it comes to power dividers? So on the data sheet it will be expressed as a minimum value in dB, decibels, and a higher number indicates better performance. So consider the schematic of a Wilkinson splitter, which I will discuss Wilkinson splitters in another video. If we have a signal that is either reflected or injected somehow at one of the outputs, what is going to happen is some of that signal will be absorbed into the dump resistor, and some of that signal will continue back to the input. It will then be reflected back to the other output. Now, it should be apparent why this is not it's not a desired characteristic to have a signal from one output show up at another output, because we want to keep signals isolated from each other. Now, when we connect it to the VNA, Vector Network Analyzer, we will connect across the outputs. So in this case of a two-way splitter, we will have VNA port 1 connected to splitter port 1, VNA port 2 connected to splitter port 2, with the input terminated. And what we will get on the screen is a frequency, as a dB versus frequency sweep. So as the frequency is swept, it measures the dB value, and we compare that against a limit test. Limit test is related to the datasheet specification plus a guard band. Anything below that limit line is considered pass because the value, the dB value of the signal is more negative, and what that correlates to is a weaker signal showing up from one output to the other. Higher negative dB means a weaker signal, and we can make another video on that too. And I created an example, an analogy. This may not be like a very practical one, but I think it will get the point across. Consider a traffic example, right? Now, if you have a 3-lane road, these 3 lanes, traffic can swap lanes, it can move in and out of lanes uninhibited. We would say that that highway, there's no isolation between the 3 lanes. So if we have to shut that road down for any reason, all of the lanes get blocked. On the other hand, consider 3 separate roads separated by a median. If we had to shut down one of the lanes for any reason, the other 2 lanes will continue to operate uninterrupted. So that represents you have high isolation between the 3 channels. And in terms of power dividers, that is that's a desired characteristic. So I hope this example and explanation was clear. Thank you for watching. I look forward to helping you on your next project.